Assalamualaikum, this is Reemal and I'm sharing my experience with Hamna's Lushed Up Finance program. Before I joined Hamna's program, my relationship with money was insecure and uncomfortable. As a person of Desi or Pakistani background, religiously and culturally, it is not something I have seen being talked about openly in families. So I always had a sense of shame or avoidance or just anxiety in general when it came to money, because historically, anytime money came up in a conversation, it felt like it was coming from a place of conflict or an issue that needed to be resolved. Up until recently, I just felt like thinking about money or thinking about my finances, discussing my finances was something that would lead to conflict, and I would just end up like completely shutting down or avoiding the conversation in general. But this whole time I knew I needed something to fix this, because again, as an adult, I wanted to learn how best to manage my money, how best to make decisions now that would help me and my family in the future. But I just felt like I wasn't given the tools or the resources to actually have a healthy relationship with money. My biggest fear or say hesitation before joining the Lushed Up Finance program was that I didn't have enough resources or awareness to even begin this process. It just felt overwhelming. Everything seemed too complicated. There were too many opinions about what's halal, what's not halal, what is right, what is not right. I also felt like there was a fear of like the unknown, like not knowing what to expect once I do start to learn about money and investment and having financial goals. Like I had no idea what all of this information would lead to, and that somehow added to the fear or hesitation of what if it doesn't work out. I decided to join Hamna's Lushed Up Finance program instead of trying to figure it out all by myself, because I was tired. I was getting tired of looking at different resources, looking and finding things that align with my personal and religious values. And again, as I mentioned, it just felt so overwhelming that I needed someone to guide me through this process without me having to invest too much of my time doing the research on my own. The reason I joined Hamna's program is because I knew this was someone who is a mom just like me, trying to figure out resources are available for Muslim moms and Muslim women in general, and the kind of barriers that we encounter as Muslim women. Her values religiously and personally aligned really closely with what I was looking for in a financial program, and it just felt like the right fit for me. I think the biggest aha moment I had during the program was when my income and my numbers started to show up in actual financial plan for myself. So for example, in the course we talked about having emergency funds, having sinking funds, having plan for retirement. Things like these were things that I had thought about previously, but actually plugging in the numbers into the Excel sheet and looking at actual goals for 30 years from now that I would be accomplishing if I have a plan for my money. If I hadn't joined the program, I think I would still be stuck. I would be stuck in old spending habits, old emotions that I had with money. And I think the biggest takeaway from me was that if I hadn't joined the program, I would be wasting money that I could have invested. And again, like time is money, as we have learned throughout this course. So I feel like if I hadn't joined the program, I would have lost a lot of the potential my money had. And again, like if I hadn't come across this resource, I would have still been stuck just trying to figure it all out on my own, which again, like for the past 3 to 4 years was not leading me anywhere. So if I hadn't joined the program, I would definitely be where I was a month ago. 3 words I would use to describe working with Hamna and the Lushed Up Finance program would be empowering, supportive, and strategic. If I had to use another 3 words to describe the program, I would say worth the money.